Hi, it's Mr. Páraic Donnchadha. This is my new album. It's called Not Before Time, 39 Years Making, because it is 39 years in the making. 18 tracks, 70 odd minutes of music, 10 musicians, including mbóthar Faoláin, who's one of the best bouzouki players I know, and he's on a lot of the tracks here. So we'll play a track from the CD, one that's called what's it again? Mick O'Connor's and George White's in a slightly different key. Give it a shot. Survive.
Okay, okay, Páraic, I dosach bhfuil fáilte fleadh nó fáilte fleadh ród chuig siopú Custy an seo. Le the leaids sin and Source's Apprentice fáilte de sin in méid taithe agat, okay? Páraic, tiddle an album sin, okay? Haram, 39 years. Okay. Cop mir so súla bhain fethe bliana fást, okay? Agus tú hain, truc a name bliana fást. Canna hebh sin?
Well, níor me cinnte gur gála cean eile, nó go mar fiúntas I gceann go mo chuiste. Agus bhí leisgur cean cur leis an méid tá an hana hain. Mar nar híl me gur aon rud ró speisialta baint leis. Ach dearad me swinúir na dtíine chomhair ar an aistear go fada seo agus hasú an meas bhí agam agus tágamartha agus an buchas tágam as an gabhar fuair ar an slí a chur núl. Agus is really is Bhuail siúda mar mé.
Lovely, lovely. Agus for tú maybe muí nas na leid sin freisin, eh?
For me muí nas na dtíine fad tágam ar an.
All right.
Yeah. Goharí in na dtíine cos lei seo. That make me sound better than I am.
Agus, sorry, Dara, how did you get connected to this individual? Was it pure chance?
I know his brother for ages. I think.
Oh.
I don't know my name after him. What's the correct? His name's mbóthar as well.
Agus tá sé na cónaí Serena, na?
Yeah, so Páraic, Páraic MacDonagh was like a mythological character that everyone talked about. So I was looking forward to getting to meet him, and then I did. And he kept telling me, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. So I was, Jesus, is this a good thing or a bad thing?
All right.
But anyway, good friends and stuff.
Fantastic,
I'm shocked
fantastic. Okay, no, it's great to see that kind of that sharing of different generations. Okay, and that respect, that mutual respect that you have.
Generations.
Yeah. But I mean that respect that you have, and age doesn't enter the equation at all.
Yeah.
Do you find that? Like, I suppose people who aren't involved in music would find that unusual, that either ógus éisteach seint le chéile.
I think if it's what somebody does and the value that it brings, that's more. Age doesn't come into it.
Sure.
It's whether it sounds good and sounds better or not. And everything sounds good with this fella.
All right.
In fairness, with everybody on the album, I was very careful about who I wanted on it.
Yeah.
And I have 10 on it, which doesn't sound that careful, but I knew there was a reason for each of them being there.
I know.
And I think it's representative of the stuff that I like to do, and that makes it sound better.
Sure. And I suppose the place that you chose to record as well has to have. It's very close to you, is it, that little area in East Clare?
It is indeed, yeah. It's my second home. I've particularly lived in Gary Pepper's pub for several years now, as Gary would remember. And it's where, when my dad was alive, we recorded a very quick and dirty over a weekend album called Maiden Voyage.
Maiden Voyage.
Which had Joe Ban on it as well, the
Sure.
wonderful whistle player, and PJ King and Kevin Crawford and
Andrew McNamara.
and
Right.
Siobhan Peoples and
Right.
Pat Marsh and John the ballroom player and John Maloney.
John Maloney. Do I remember correctly, you were sitting in a boat with Andrew, or was it your father outside? Were you there? Were you visible?
Yeah, I was in the picture, yeah.
You were in the boats, the watching.
I was, yeah. My dad, I think, was standing outside.
He was, yeah.
Boat,
Okay.
So we have a long history going back with Gary, who's been a superb sponsor of the music, and he loves the music himself and Mary, and there's been great music there down the years, and just felt like a very natural home to go into the parlour beside the bar, and we played live tunes in the pub that night, and I had everybody that I wanted with me there, and we did different bits and pieces, and some of it we kept and some of it we didn't.
Yeah.
And it's worked out the way it has worked out, and I'm very happy to be able to say that I'm very pleased. I didn't think I'd be saying I'm happy with the CD, because I thought this was wrong, or there would be that wrong, or this wouldn't be right. But Jack Talty, who did the editing and mastering and mixing and stuff, did a great job, and once again he added a lot of value by making me sound better than I am. The other people are already very good, so
Right.
I'm actually very pleased with it.
Yeah, I always find, you know, as you continue on to say, Jesus, when is that album coming out of him? Is he ever going to do it? Is it a kind of a case, you know, on other hand, what thinks you were maybe? Is there a kind of a lack of? Do musicians have a lack of self-trust in their ability? I always wonder that, because we get so many of them coming in here saying, "Jeez, I can't do it now. No, I'm not ready."
Well, some of us do, and some of us have had. Speaking for myself, some other musicians are probably more confident and aware of what they bring and the value of it. I didn't have that confidence in the value of what I was doing. So for better or for worse, anyway, it's out there, and I suppose sales will tell.
Yeah, well, sales have told, okay, and it's flying out the door here anyway. I think you and your father, and I think Brishan and Douglas who live in Quith, okay, what kind of an effect would he have had on your music? Not that did he encourage you to take up banjo? Or why banjo?
Well, we started off playing piano, all of us, when we were young, and that's not very transportable, as you know. And I put everything aside for a while when I went to secondary school and was into Beatles and other kinds of heathen music at the time. And then when I went to college, I fell in with a couple of other musicians who were very good, and I didn't have something to play, and I knew I was missing out on stuff, and I wanted to be part of it. And I happened to mention somewhere in my mother's presence that, one time, that the banjo had a nice sound in a kid. There was a group of musicians across the stage, and the sound that I heard was the banjo. I thought it was quite distinctive.
Lovely.
I have no idea who was playing it at the time, but it must have been played well because it sounded nice. My mother didn't say anything, but she ordered one somehow from somebody who knew somebody in the States, and it landed into the house, and that's how I started. I didn't take it up immediately. I was a bit afraid of it and left it there for a while. But when I failed a year in college, out of boredom and spite, I think I took it up and worked hard at it for a year or 18 months, and that was started.
And were you self-taught, or did you have?
Pretty much, yeah. I was lucky enough. You're asking what influence my father had. One key influence that he had was he used to go to Mylands on a Saturday night whenever he could get the chance, and of course with me looking to learn and wanting to go to hear the lads who were playing there, Paddy Carty, John Joe Ford, Connor Tony, obviously.
Such company.
It was a very handy excuse for him, he had to go.
Yeah.
The young fella. And between myself and himself, we clocked up a lot of mileage on the way over to Mylands every weekend, and Delaney's on a Sunday night. So he had a huge influence on introducing me to people whose music was of a very high standard, and that I happened to fall in with and learn from, and it was a lifetime privilege.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, and do you think you'll be with him in the second album?
I don't know. Hopefully, if there will be a second album, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, geez, we all would. And you're on the way out to East Clare tomorrow to launch this again, are you?
We are out to a great little festival in Mount Shannon. Clean O'Donnell is the
fiddler player.
I don't know what
fiddle
the
player,
female version of a maestro is, but she is the female
right, a
director,
maestress.
and the string puller and everything. And she organises a great show out there. We were there last year, had a fantastic time. Couldn't wait to get back this year. And we're doing a launch on Saturday that Cliona has kindly facilitated and built into the schedule. And I don't know if there will be anybody there, but hopefully it'll be a bit of fun.
Good. I'm sure half of East Clare and half of East Galway, hopefully.
Yeah, it's a privilege
Okay.
to be with the people that we're with, and to have places like Mount Shannon and Feakle and Ennis and Tulla and all these places to go to.
Yeah. Well, listen, it's privilege more bhean seo leatsa, okay, agus le Dara gur míl mágad as up bhean seo.
Agus tá an cinálta mar scanach muid bheith teagad. I hope people enjoy the album, and we'll see what happens in the future after that.
Sin go bra.
Good night.